No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Taking a shot on the first play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd, Palmer. The exact opposite on the road, and you make a big mistake over it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll go to the counter. To the 10. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Duff. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Lewis. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled, tried to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous.
Oh, the fake, young man looking for room. A completion good for the percentage, not good enough for the first down. Here comes the punting unit.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you call. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. And Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it took. Ball was loose. And he was able to get back on top of it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the first through the air. Myers on the move. He's got an open man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range to get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He's just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that. scrimmage.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass, it's Lewis. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Into the end zone, and that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They go to the ground. Turning it on! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pulls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about their 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
He's got it on the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little...
It's complete. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big 10 action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Hawaii ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Send that offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Might be calling a hot route. Gets open down the middle. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Handoff from the gun. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. A new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Razorbacks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down to this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas. Getting set for the point after.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Lewis. Buys a little time. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game. He completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Find space on the right. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They're working that left side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make the play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
And he missed it. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Takes the handoff. It's Hope. Got the first down and more. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Luna. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. They build their attack around those big plays, and they've got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
The Razorbacks will snap it on first and 10. They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Luna. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now facing a third and long. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spot.
The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Dropping back, it's Lewis. He's got the back in the middle. At the 45 on its way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. Gonna try. There he goes. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big. You've forced a third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. Back to throw, it's Lewis. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. You just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field and everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder.
Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6. Extra point here will give them the lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Luna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Connection to the right. Gets loose in the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hands it off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he made the grab with enough for the first down. But not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Lewis. He's got him.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Longhorns. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Luna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for me.